Hello everyone, I'm Shanilyn Miranda and I'm thrilled to have you here for an exciting presentation. Today, we're not just delving into tic-tac-toe. We're here to unveil our reimagined and personalized version of this timeless game. Our goal is to showcase a refreshed take on the classic tic-tac-toe, infused with modern flair and personal touches for an enhanced gaming experience. Before we dive into the game, let me introduce the fantastic team that has brought this project to life. So first, it's me. I'm Shanilyn Miranda and I'm the programmer of this game. As the programmer, I've been immersed in crafting the code that forms the backbone of our game, ensuring a seamless and enjoyable experience for players. So next is Aubrey May Suarez for Concept Flow. Aubrey has played a pivotal role in shaping the concept flow, adding layer of creativity and strategic thinking to our game. Next one is Jeneline Consignado for Concept Flow also. So Jeneline, working alongside by Aubrey, has contributed significantly to shaping the concept flow, injecting innovative ideas to elevate the game experience. Next is Ariel Longa for Demo. Ariel has taken the reins of the demo, bringing the game to life visually and ensuring a captivating demonstration of our imagined tic-tac-toe. So lastly is Vince Vecayo for video editing. Vince has worked tirelessly on editing the video, capturing the essence of our project and presenting it in a visually engaging manner. So together, our team has pooled diverse talents to transform tic-tac-toe into a fresh and enjoyable gaming experience. So now, let's embark on this journey together and explore how a classic game can be transformed into something truly special. Thank you for being here and let's dive into the world of our reimagined tic-tac-toe. So, next. So, tic-tac-toe game concept flow. So, introduction. Welcome to tic-tac-toe. Objective. So, our objective is to combine the classic tic-tac-toe with an advanced features for an enhanced gaming experience. So, features is a customizable player's names, background music, and interactive settings. So, next will be explained by Ariel Longa.
So, game initialization. Sa aming tic-tac-toe-frame.java, meron kaming tatlong frame. Una is main frame, pangalawa menu bar, pangatlo is logo pop-up. Sa included dito yung title, which is yung advanced tic-tac-toe sa aming main frame. Yung size is 1100 by 800 pixel, then meron ding custom logo na nare-resize and naka-display. So pangalawa menu bar, included din dito yung settings menu, volume adjustment, na kapag click mo is mag-open yung dialog para makontrol mo yung volume. Pangatlo is logo pop-up. So pop up yung text na may nakalagay na welcome player at kasama yung logo at saka may background music. Then continue to game button that para mag-start na yung game or may stop yung background music. Para sa aming objective ng game, so the main objective of our tic-tac-toe game for user are to deliver an enjoyable and personalized gaming experience. By allowing players to set custom name, the game fosters a sense of identity and connection. The integration of background music, sound effects, and interactive settings empower user to tailor the gaming environment to their preferences, enhancing overall enjoyment. The clear display of game progression ensure user have a seamless and intuitive experience, making each round engaging and satisfying. Through these objectives, the game aims to go beyond the traditional tic-tac-toe, providing a modern and user-centric gaming experience.
So next is player setup. And game panel will discuss by Aubrey May Suarez.
Game panel, tic-tac-toe panel.java. Sa game panel, meron tayong 3x3 lead-up buttons for gameplay. You can customize player names, sound effects, pop sounds on moves, and sa control panel, meron tayong instructions, new game, reset game, and score. Setting dialogue.java. Setting dialogue allows player to adjust volume using a slider, mute button for sound tangling, OK and cancel button for confirmation. Sa player initialization, prompts for player 1 and player 2 names. Assign X to player 1 and O to player 2. And displays a message indicating the start of the game.
So next is gameplay flow. We'll discuss by Jeneline Consignado.
Playing the game. Player turns. Players take turns placing X or O on the grid. Click sounds play on each move. Winning conditions. Check for a win after each move. Highlights winning cells and updates score if applicable. Draw conditions. Check for a draw if the grid is filled without a winner. Button click listener. Handling clicks. Click event triggers sounds, effects, and symbol placement. Checks for a win or draw condition after each move. Win handling. Updates scores, highlights winning cells. As if players want to play again. Draw handling. As if players want to play again.
So next is control panel option. We'll discuss by Vince Pecayo.
So, for our control panel options, meron tayo ditong instructions kung saan dinidisplay ang rules and instruction of the game. New game, prompts for player names, clear the game board and reset the current player. So, meron din tayo dyan reset game, clear the game board and reset the scores. And score, kung saan dinidisplay ang current score for both players.
So, yun nga po. So, we are the group 2, Jeneline Miranda, Ariel Longa, Aubrey Soares, Jeneline Consignado, and Vince Pecayo. So, as we come to the end of our journey exploring the reimagined Tic-Tac-Toe, I want to extend my sincere thanks to all of you for your time and engagement. Before we wrap up, let's get ready for the exciting part, a closer look at the code that powers our enhanced gaming experience. But first, a big shout out to my incredible team, Aubrey Soares, Jeneline Consignado, Ariel Longa, and Vince Pecayo. Their dedication and creativity have been the driving force behind our project. Now, without further ado, I'll hand it over to our coding maestro, Ariel Longa.
So, para sa ating advanced Tic-Tac-Toe.java program, meron tayong import statement dito sa line 1. So, which is yung import Java Swing. These lines import the necessary classes from the Swing library, which is used for creating graphical user interface in Java. So, itong ating public class advanced Tic-Tac-Toe, this class contains the main method which serve as the entry point for the program. So, para sa ating main method, so, the main method is where the program starts its execution. So, sa ating Swing utilities, invoke later. The invoke later method is part of the Swing library and is used to schedule a job for the event dispatch thread. This is necessary for updating the Swing components in a thread-safe manner. So, para sa ating override public void run, so inside this run method, an instance of the Tic-Tac-Toe frame class is created. So, it indicates that this method overrides a method in the runnable interface. So, dito naman sa ating Tic-Tac-Toe frame. So, dito muna tayo sa frame initialization. So, nag-set kami ng title dito na Advanced Tic-Tac-Toe. So, ito yung nagsiset ng frame. So may size din kami dito na 1100 by 800 pixel. So ito yung nagko-configure ng frame size, kung gaano kalaki or kaliit. So meron din kami itong set default closer operation. So ito yung nagde-define kung or naka-define na default yung close operation. So meron din kami ditong logo, or siya yung naglo-load and recess ng logo ng image for the frame. So meron daw kami menu bar creation. So nagki-create ng menu bar for additional functionalities. Meron din kaming settings. So nag-add kami ng settings para dun sa aming menu bar. So sa settings, naka-include dun yung volume with an action listener for volume adjustment. So meron din kaming logo pop-up. So nag-create ng logo pop-up dialog and nag-initialize ng background music player and displaying the logo. So ito pa. So nagpo-provide din kami ng continue game button to transition from the logo pop-up to the game. Then open settings dialog. So nag-invoke ng settings dialog for volume adjustment. Nag-update ng background music volume after the dialog is closed. So na-update din yung background by music player volume. So ang main method dito is nag-initiate ng GUI on the event dispatch thread or yung EDT na tinatawag. So dito naman sa tic-tac-toe panel.java. So dito muna tayo sa ating public class. Sa ating public class initialization, meron tayo ditong private J buttons. So nire-represent niya yung tic-tac-toe grid buttons. Dito naman sa private J level, result label is display niya yung current player and yung result ng game. And dito sa private J level pair 1 score label, so tinatrack niya yung score ng player. Dito sa sound player, background music player. So sound player for background music and player clicks and initialize. So dito sa constructor, so nagsiset up kami ng layout, background color, initialize the sound player, then nag-add ng logo label at the top of the panel, then create the board buttons, result label and score label. So dito, meron din kaming private void new game na nag-initiate ng new game with the player name prompts. Then meron din kaming reset game So, siya yung nagre-reset ng game board at ng score. So, meron din kami ditong update score display na nag-update ng display ng score. Then, private void shows score. So, dinidisplay niya yung current score sa ating dialog. So, meron din kami public class button click listener. So, itong class na to is nag-implement ng action listener that handles button clicks, player moves, and game outcome. So, para sa ating tic-tac-toe-logic.java, so may winning condition tayo dito. So, meron tayong public static boolean check win. So, chinecheck niya for a win in a rows, columns, and diagonal. So, meron din kami ditong public static int get winning cell. Siya yung nagre-retrieve ng winning cell for highlighting. So, chinecheck niya yung rows, columns, and diagonals. So, dito sa check rows, chinecheck niya yung check for a win in a rows. Dito sa check columns, check for a win in columns. Then dito, check for a win in diagonal. Then dito, check for a win in reverse. So, dito return. So, kapag walang nanalo, then i-return niya lang. So, meron din kami ditong highlight winner. So, ina-highlight niya yung mga column or row partners kung sino yung nanalo. So, highlights the winning cells on the board. So, meron din kaming check draw kung yung game ba is draw. Then, dito sa settings, sa ating class initialization, so meron tayong private float volume that nag-hold siya ng current volume settings. So meron din kaming private JS slider or volume slider. Siya yung nagre-represent ng slider for a volume adjustment. So para sa ating constructor, so nag-initialize ng dialog layout and set the initial volume. So, nag-create ng volume slider with specified settings. So, adds OK and cancel buttons with corresponding action listener. So, sa ating action listener, so ito. Sa ating action listener, meron tayong OK and cancel. Then, kapag okay, is update the volume, close the dialog, and notifies the parent frame. Sa ating cancel button, so it closes the dialog without updating the volume. So sa aming component placement, so ina-arrange niya yung components within the dialog including labels, the volume, and slider button. So, para sa aming soundplayer.java, so meron tayo ditong class initialization. So, private clip. So, nagmamanage siya ng audio clip for playback. So, sa private boolean, muted. So, represent the mute status. So, sa private float volume, nag-store dito yung current volume setting. Then sa ating constructor, So initialize the audio system to ensure proper functioning, then loads the audio clip from the specified file path. So chine-check din niya kung supported yung control type and prints, then for kapag nagde-debug na. Then sa ating audio playback, meron tayo ditong public void play. So initiate playback if not muted, then public void loop. So nag-initiate siya ng looping playback. Then sa public void stop, so syempre nag-stop yung audio clip. Then sa ating volume control, so nagsiset siya ng volume with a valid range and updates it. Then sa public float get volume, retrieves the current volume settings. Then sa ating public void set mute, toggles mute status and updates sa volume. Then sa public boolean, checks if the audio is muted. Then sa update volume is private void update volume. Nag-update siya ng audio clip volume using the float control interface. So yun naman po sa ating code.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the unveiling of our imagined tic-tac-toe in action. So let's proceed. So here running. So here, makikita po natin agad. Sa camera natin, is lalabas agad itong welcoming TikTok, which is yung logo namin. Then, click continue the game now. And after continuing the game, so magpa-pop up yung message box which is enter player 1 name. So for example is Ariel is player 1. Then click OK. Then Ariel will be X. Then OK again. Then enter player 2 name. So for example is Christine. Then okay. Then Christine will be assigned O. Then okay again. So may magpapop up ulit ng message box which is let's start the game, enjoy. Then okay again. So next, maglalabas na yung pinaka-game niya. So meron kami ditong logo which is group 2 TikTok. So ito yung sinasabi namin kanina dun sa mga code namin which is ito yung control panel which is may instructions kami para maintindihan ng player kung ano yung gagawin sa game na to. So pag kinilik niyo yan, lalabas dito yung instruction. So welcome to tic-tac-toe. So instructions. First, the game is played on a 3x3 grid. Then 2, players takes turns to place their X or O on an empty cell. Next, the first player to get 3 of their mark in a row, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal wins. If the grid is filled without a winner, the game is a draw. So enjoy the game, then okay lang natin yan. So here makikita rin natin meron tayo ditong button for new game and then reset game. Then kanina customize tayo ng name which is si Ariel and then si Christine. So pag nag-play sila dito, for example, nag-play na tayo. So si Ariel is yung X, then si Christine is yung O. So for example, nag-game na sila. Then next is X again. Then next is Christine. Then next is X again. So Ariel wins. So may magpa-pop up na Ariel wins. Do you want to play again? So pag nag-guess ka dyan, magbaback to game ka lang dyan. So hindi siya magre-reset kasi magko-continue lang yung game nyo. So next ulit. For example. Then, Ariel wins again. So yes lang ulit natin hanggang papakita ko sa inyo yung magdodraw. So yan. So dito, it's a draw. Do you want to play again? Pag nag-guess ka, ganyan lang yan. Eh, halimbawa, na-board na kayo. So, na-board kayo or kung gusto mo mag-reset ng game. So, pindutin nyo lang yung reset button. So, pag pinindot niyo yan, nakikita niyo sa real is good. Pag nireset niyo yan, is magiging 0 lang siya. Then, mawawala yun dito. Then, sa new game naman, for example, nag-game kayo ulit sa board na to. Then, next is gusto niyo mag-new game. May gusto makilaro sa inyo. So, pindutin niyo na yung new game. Then, magpapap up lang ulit yung message box dyan, which is mag-a-ask lang ulit siya ng question sa'yo or mag-a-ask lang ulit siya ng player name. So, halimbawa is Aubrey. Okay. Tapos, inasayin niya ulit si Aubrey sa X. Then, for example, yung player name si Jen ulit. Then, okay. Then, Jen will be O naman din. Then, okay niya lang din siya. Then, let's start the game. So, ganun lang ulit. Paulit-ulit lang. So, traditional naman to. Nilalaro naman natin ito ng mga bata pa tayo. So, ganun lang ulit. It's a short. Next. Ganun lang. Then, dito, may makikita kayong settings. Then, volume. So, meron dyan na ma-adjust nyo dyan yung volume. Pwede nyo siyang ma-mute. Ganun. So, ito yung TikTok-2 game namin na ginawa. Sana ma-enjoy nyo yung game. Thank you.
Wow!